Well, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly make sure my lens is clean before we start. How is everybody today? It's Michelle over at Hesketh Emporium, and just to show you how bad the state of play is here currently, I'll take you on a quick whirl around my sewing room. It's a total disaster. Looks like a bit like a war zone. I wanted to do a rejig of my sewing room, then realized being in a wheelchair does have its limits, and my strength has some limits. Seriously, I couldn't even move the first machine I tried to pick up. Admittedly, it was probably the worst machine. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. It was probably the worst machine to try and pick up. First of all, because it was this beast. And the table is so big that, no, it was a no-go from the start. Anyway, so that's the reality of my sewing room right now. But I wanted to show anybody who is, hi Claire, anybody who's a quilter, anybody who's on Project Linus, that this is a very quick and easy way to make half-square triangles. No, it is not a discotheque in here. If you see the lights flashing, that'll be this old house, okay? And my little chandelier up there, which is just gorgeous, but it's going to have to come down and get a full restoration and remodel, because every now and again it starts to flash. I don't think that's healthy. Anyway, getting back to quilting, half square triangles. You can make from any size squares 4 lovely blocks with alternating colors. So here's how it works. Get yourself 2 pieces of fabric. I've got 2 contrasts here. I've got a dark underneath and I have got a lighter one on top. Lay them on top of each other, right sides facing each other or right sides together. Remember, 2 contrasting colors. Take it over to your sewing machine, and this is the not intuitive bit that is quite scary when you first start this block, because it does not make any sense. You're going to sew all the way around all 4 sides of your block. Morning, Christine. You're going to sew around all 4 sides of your block, so you're actually sealing the 2 pieces of fabric together without any holes in it. So you now have your 2 pieces of fabric right sides together, sewn with a seam all the way around. Now, if you're new to quilting, don't get hung up on seam allowances and that. Use what's easiest for you. So if it's the width of your presser foot, just use the width of your presser foot. If you've got a 1/4 inch presser foot, use that and have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. The more important thing is to have a constantly the same seam allowance throughout your quilt, because if you don't, your blocks will be different sizes. So go with the same seam allowance throughout. Right, so I have now done my square. I grab my quilting ruler and I use a rotary cutter. And you place your rotary cutter onto your cutting mat, and from corner to corner, one side, you slice through the middle. So you now have 2 triangles or pyramids, and then you rotate it and you go from the other corner to the other corner. The trick with this is to try and do it without moving the blocks in between. Okay, so if it moves, you need to realign it so that it's absolutely square. So then you cut through it again on the opposite diagonal. So you now have what I have here, which is 4 triangles of equal size. Okay, next thing you do is the pressing. Pressing is probably the most important thing, apart from seam allowances and keeping your stitches the same when you're quilting. So there's my first 1/4 remember to set your seam. Now, you're not meant to use steam on these wool mats, but you know what? It'll dry in between. So I've set my seam. You can see straight away that it's gone from being slightly bubbly and to being absolutely inset into the fabric. So it's actually pulling your stitches into the fabric for you, okay? So do that on all 4 pieces. Dark side up, and you'll see why now, because as soon as you open it, you're going to press that. And because the dark side is up, your seam will be pressed towards the dark. So those of you who've had one of my little master classes knows we always have, try and have the seam allowance pressed towards the dark. So there you've got your first square, and you're going to repeat that for all of your 4 half squares, triangles. Right, let's repeat that quickly, and then I can show you the next step. That's number 2. This is the 3rd one. Set the seam. Push it open gently. The steam helps you in this regard because actually it's a bit sticky at that point. So the fabric sort of tends to stick towards on your board, which helps you a little bit when you're opening your seam up. So dark to the top, and then once you've got the dark to the top, set your seam. Gently peel the top layer open and use your iron to gently, please, press it flat. What you do not want to do is push your iron along, because what you're going to do is distort your fabric, and what you thought was a perfect square will not be a perfect square at the end of it. So I have now got 4 triangles, so 4 squares made up of 2 triangles, and I can now rearrange them to my heart's content. There are multiple ways you can now rejoin your 4 blocks to create a larger block, okay? So remember, you use 2 large pieces of fabric, you cut them into 4, and you now are recombining them. So your block is going to be twice as big as it started in the beginning. Right, so I've done it this way around, so I've got the dark on the outside. But you could choose to do it this way. Flip these 2 around, and you've got almost an hourglass shape. Honestly, there are so many ways you can do this. It gets quite confusing after a while. But if you have a look, I've just created 2 lozenges. You have got multiple choices. So I'm just going to show you. I quite like that, and I probably will leave it like that. So what I would do with this is fold my right-hand piece over to the left, put a pin in there just as a marker for when I get back to the machine, so I don't forget which is the seam I'm going to do. So I'd put 1 pin along that length to identify that edge as my seam. I then do the same on this one. Take the right-hand block and flip it over the left-hand block, put a pin in there, and then I layer the 2 on top of each other so that there's now a pin here and a pin here. And I can take a pile of them over to my sewing machine and then just do a whole lot. Once I've done that, I've joined them, the 2 of them, I then join the 2 with 1 more seam. So here's a few of the blocks that I've got. Let's show you. This is the colorway that I'm making at the moment. So there's another way you can do it. And there's a different. So you can see you've got lots of different options for how you put. This one's lovely. It looks a bit like a windmill. Put your blocks together. That's a simple diamond shape. Another one, but because the 2 colors are different, of course, the block looks different. So there you go. That is a little quick tutorial on how to do half square triangles the not obvious way by putting your 2 layers of fabric together. So there you go, everybody. Have a fabulous day. And if you want to make some Project Linus quilts for your area, go and find them on Facebook, or just go to the Project Linus homepage and you'll be able to find one in your area. Christine and myself are part of Project Linus Wigan Leigh, and we actually have been making quilts for our area. And an amazing job by all the lovely ladies there, because Barbara, our coordinator, has managed to get 40 odd quilts for Christmas over to Rainbow Ward and Wigan Hospital, plus some to the Bolton Hospital, children's homes, ladies and children's refuges. I mean, really, they did an incredible job making quilts this year. We haven't been as busy with the quilts because, when I say we, me, because of Headbands for Heroes, but I do have a couple of partly made quilts here that just need the backs putting on. And I mean, honestly, this is just stunning. I mean, I know the colours are really busy. Hold on, I'm getting there. But the colourway is just gorgeous. And I found this fabric in my stash. So let me flip you around and just show you the lovely colours in this. You can't be sad, surely, if you're cuddled up in a hug made out of this fabric. So that's what it's about, people. Making quilts for charity, giving them to people who are in hospital or sick. And, of course, Razia, one of our beautiful church babies, got one at New Year. She's in the heart unit at Alderhay. And she just looked so lovely and comfortable in her hug from Wigan and Leigh Linus project. So thanks, everybody. Get quilting. Enjoy it. I might do another impromptu one, but honestly, it might be better filmed. It might actually be filmed properly. And then I can post it, put it onto the website, and you can access it there or on YouTube. So if you forget how to make it, you can nip over to my YouTube channel and get a quick refresher course. So there you go. I seriously... what can I say? Oh, morning, Serena Tickhill. How are you? That's me in my total mess of a sewing room, where literally this morning, let me flip you back round, I hollowed out a little space for myself. Here, I'm going to go turn around so you can see them. There are literally sewing machines everywhere. That's the hallway. This is my bedroom. That's my bedroom. There's another one over there. Hoi, 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 I love sewing machines. I want a sewing machine museum. Anybody got some space for me? Cases hiding under there. Okay, so here's me coming into my sewing room. I told you I had literally just cleared a pathway to my sewing machine. I pushed things aside, pushed everything to one side, just to get to the sewing machine that I'm currently working on at the window. Still snowy out there, lots of snow down. We've got a bit more snow overnight, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be gone soon because we are predicted to get a bit of rain. Thank you to the lovely folks over at William Whiteley, Exos, Wilkinson's scissors. And if you haven't seen these scissors before, do you see that? Do you reckon they get the message? Yeah, hands off my sewing scissors, people. So that's me, sitting here in this tiny little hole between all the mess, sewing together a few blocks. I'm busy restoring this gorgeous little girl. So there you go. Love you all madly. Have a fabulous day, folks. Speak to you soon. Bye.